I think I just ran into my first snag. It's hitting the Zerk. Let me go figure out what's going on here. Well, I come out to look at this one. There are no threads or no way to get a socket on there. I tried vice grips, not working, and I tried a chisel to see if it was pressed in, so I ain't getting those out. So I went over to the other axle and it had right angle, but I was looking at the threads and I've only got one with the short threads. All these other ones are long. So let me see what I can come up with here. Well, I found a couple lock washers that looks like it's going to shorten the thread up just enough. So yeah, let me put the lock washers on these Zerks and see if it goes in now. I've tried several different combinations of washers under that, and I got it to go in there, but unfortunately it's loose. I'm sorry. And if I tighten it down, now it doesn't turn. So plan C, I guess I'm going to get the Dremel out. Well, cutting the end off of a Zerk does not work, because then the little check ball falls out. So I had that one short Zerk, and it with a lock washer is the right combination. So I guess I'm going to the parts store to see if I can find Zerks in that size. Well, $17 later, I got some shorter Zerks, but they're still too long. So I bought some 1/4 inch washers, 1/4 inch lock washers, and a combination of a little bit of everything, and we are working now. So I got both sides fitted. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the bushings are worn, but there's no slop in them. It's just very, very shallow. Well, I can finally do some assembly, and I changed up the top. I put a thrush washer on the bottom, and I'm going to be using, these are brand new, so I'm going to be using that, and then one of the new black clips. So we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, pre-greasing, we're going to get this assembled. I want to say, matching all three pieces up, you got the inner frame, the rear frame, and then the side panels. Yeah, it's a little bit of a bear getting everything lined up, and I think I've got it, but I put all the fasteners in. A lot of them's going to have to come back out, but I needed to get them so I could get it lined up. This carriage bolt right here is very, very tight, and it's a 2-inch carriage bolt, and I don't have any 2-inch, so I just put a placeholder there. But I'm not going to run it all the way in, because yeah, when I get the 2-inch, I'm going to have to take a hammer and tap that in. Everything else lined up okay, and I was having so much trouble with that I went out and got the other side panel. But yeah, I think I can make this one work. So I want to throw some nuts, no lock washers. I'm just going to throw some nuts on it, except for these. I went out and looked. So there's that 2-inch. But these bolts I can make permanent. This bolt down here I can make permanent, and that bolt I can make permanent. So hopefully that'll hold everything in place. And I'll take all these. Yeah, this is why we're not using this guy. Yeah. So anyhow, yeah, let me, yeah, I don't have a 2-inch. I'm going to have to get some carriage bolts. Okay, got it flipped upside down so I can start installing the front steering. I finalized these bolts based on that frame out there. This one showed a bolt being put in it, but that's actually a carriage bolt. And Yeah, this is where I need to put the 2-incher on, and yeah, I can still twist that. So that's probably going to be the next thing I put in, but I gotta go get one. But I was looking over the diagram just to make sure, and it doesn't show all the bolts. It's got, just a couple of them, but it doesn't show all of them. So hopefully I don't have to take things apart, but right now we're going to be putting the steering assembly in, because yeah, I think that that can be done now. Well, so far so good. I did not impact on this. I hand tightened it. Yeah, I probably could have put a little grease in there, but a little bit of play. But there's no bushings in this, so I guess that's to be expected. Let's move on. Well, this took a little longer than what I expected, but for the most part, I got the bottom of the steering done, and everything looks pretty straight. Like I said, I just eyeballed the alignment, but we're looking pretty good. Got everything greased up where it needs to be, and I'll probably hit these with the grease gun. Everything feels pretty tight. That's about all the slop I got. So I guess tomorrow I want to finish up here. I got to put an E-clip and a bushing up here that'll hold that shaft in. But yeah, I'm going to call it for tonight. It's getting late, and I want to put this together. I got to go to town tomorrow and get some carriage bolts so I can get this one put in. And yeah, we'll probably get my son out here, help me flip it over, and maybe get the transaxle on it. I got some more parts. I got to do the high-low lever, the clutch pedal, and all that. So yeah, that's what took so long here, because there was some parts that I had to redo. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. Yeah, these plates was hard to match up, and then I put a threaded rod in here to help support the side to side while it was upside down. All right, thanks for watching.